Welcome to the We're Not Potty Trained podcast. I'm Corey Isaac.
I'm Brandy Walters.
Welcome to this episode. So, this episode we're going to talk about shitty exes.
Fire.
And one of them ain't even mine.
Any ex, probably a shitty ex.
Yeah.
You're not going that way?
Well, yay and nay.
Yeah, I got you.
Yay and nay.
Yeah.
But this one in particular,
Yes.
piece of shit.
Big O log dog.
Literally. We call him fat motherfucker.
Not everybody does.
Not everybody
And
does.
when you say fat motherfucker, you know who it is.
You know who it is.
I know who it is.
It's just like, excuse me, with one of my exes,
Mm-hmm.
we call her Kim Davis.
Yes.
We call her Kim Davis.
We do, yes. She doesn't know that, right?
She doesn't know that.
Shout out Kim Davis.
Shout out Kim Davis. But like we're in public.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, there have been times where I'm telling stories about this person,
Kim
and I will,
Davis or
yes,
fat motherfucker?
it's Kim Davis,
Okay.
and I say their real name to you all, and you're like,
Blank.
who the fuck is that?
I don't know who that is.
And I go, Kim Davis, and you're like, oh,
Davis.
Kim Davis, yes.
Explain who Kim Davis is.
Kim Davis was the county clerk, right?
Yeah, she was.
In
Moorhead area, Rowan County, or whatever it is.
Kentucky.
Yes.
She was big news in what, 2015?
Yeah, she refused to give out marriage certificates to same-sex couples.
Yeah.
Everybody said it was okay.
Yeah. When it was legalized in the
Yes.
U.S.,
Yep.
she was like, I ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it. And she had the long jean skirt,
Honey hive hair.
long hair.
No, it wasn't honey hive. It was long. Yeah, you're right.
Long hair. So she was that vibe.
And it was like a yardstick long hair.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe a yard and a half.
Yeah. She could definitely sweep the floor
Oh.
with her hair.
Oh, Rapunzel.
Yeah. Fire.
Let down your hair.
Shout out Kim Davis.
Shout out Kim Davis. But anyway, if we're out in public, we say fat motherfucker.
Yes.
Fat motherfucker, Kim Davis.
It's all interchangeable.
It's all interchangeable. Yeah. Chuck the butt fuck.
Yeah.
It's all interchangeable.
It's all interchangeable.
Do they know you call them that?
Yes. Yeah.
I couldn't care less.
Yes.
Couldn't care less. But anyway. But fat motherfucker was my mom's third husband.
Okay.
I think. Because there was the doctor, my dad, and then him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, one time, we had just moved into like this, what do you call those? Duplexes. It was a duplex apartment.
You all moved into a duplex with fat motherfucker?
No.
Oh, okay.
This was before fat motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
This
duplex.
was literally remember we were in that duplex, it was right next to a highway in Somerset.
That was in Science Hill.
Was that Science Hill?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Yes, okay. Yeah, it was. You're right.
Yeah, because there's another story tied to that duplex that
we're not going to get into.
We're not going to get
okay,
into,
fine.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like with JS moving into fat motherfucker's house.
Yes.
Yes, something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
The story. Yeah. It
took you a second.
Took me a second. Then I'm like, oh. Shit.
So then, Mom goes to this chain restaurant that a friend of ours worked at.
Okay.
And fat motherfucker was one of the higher ups.
Yes.
Fat motherfucker was one of the higher
because
ups.
Because later that becomes
problematic.
More significant in the story. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And fat motherfucker went to our friend and was like, who is that? Because Mom, freshly single,
okay,
was like, I need a second job.
Okay.
To help me and my kid. Remember?
I do, but from my memory of the story, my memory's different. Not because I don't know the true story, but because It's been so long.
Yeah.
We'll have to discuss
We'll discuss that
the
later.
specifics later that
Will.
I'm thinking about.
Okay. But
So she's like, I need a second job.
I need a second job. I'm going to go to this chain restaurant and see if I can wait tables.
Yeah. All right.
Because I was not old enough to work.
Yeah.
I may have been 12, maybe
So
13.
She's not going to put you into the workforce yet.
This is not 1923.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I can't quit the job to help my mom and pa
in the factory.
in the factory.
Check.
So so anyway, they start dating. I didn't know it until one night.
Okay.
One night,
okay.
They took us to the movies. Or took me to the movies. It was him and her and me. They went and saw something. I can't remember what they saw, but I went and saw Rock of Ages.
You know, I've never seen that.
Oh, it's so great.
I've never seen
this. So it was 2012.
Okay.
It's 2012. Because I had seen it like 6 times in theaters because I loved it so much.
7 right here.
I was like, oh, that's fine. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm gonna go see this.
Okay.
So I come out. We go back to the house. This is at the Somerset Mall.
Oh,
that's how long ago it was.
Shout
this
out.
was at the Somerset Mall.
Shout out Showplace.
Which, my opinion, was the best one.
I have a lot of memories at Showplace.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, if one of them had to shut down, why did it have to be that one?
I like the seating better at Somerset Cinemas 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like the actual seat.
The hardest fuck seating.
But Showplace, you don't have a full seat at Showplace.
Yeah.
It cuts off mid back.
Yeah.
I can't relax.
Well, but you could crack your back.
You could crack your back. I'm not going to get into all the Showplace cinema drama.
But anyway.
I'll tell you what I did see at Showplace Cinema. Do you remember that movie where it was about Studio 54 and Mike Myers played the guy that owned Studio 54?
Yes.
I went to one of the smaller theaters and saw it, and that bitch rolled around in money and then threw up in the money.
Mike Myers did?
As the
owner. Yeah.
I'll never forget that. Being at Showplace Cinema and seeing that, because I was like, Mike Myers is Austin Powers.
You were like this.
He's not the guy that rolls in money.
At Studio 54.
It was wild.
You want to know something cool?
Yes.
We're getting off topic, but this is fine.
Yeah.
I've been to Studio 54.
In New York?
In New York.
Shut up.
It's a theater now.
Okay.
I saw a show at Studio 54 in New York.
That is fire.
It was called A Picture from Home.
Okay.
Nathan Lane was in it.
Which is just meant to be.
It was fire.
Okay.
I loved it. And I never realized it. I was like, maybe this isn't the same Studio 54.
Uh-huh.
And then you look at old photos.
And it is.
And it was.
Was there any black lights?
No.
Because if it would illuminated a wall and there was still
fluid. Still cum.
Still fluid.
You were like, I'm trying to keep it rated PG.
Fluid.
I'm like, bitch, cum.
What if somebody wrote the word fluid with
and
the
cum.
fluid? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
But anyway, we're sidetracked there.
Sidetracked.
But anyway, after we get out of the mall,
yes,
we go back to the duplex. Okay. And we're just talking.
Well, so let me ask
shooting the shit.
So did she just say, "Hey, I'm seeing somebody and we're going to the movies with them"? Did that not blow your hair back? No. Okay.
Listen. At this point,
okay,
I'm like, okay,
yeah,
because at that point, that's when I was like, like I just figured out it was more for peeing. And I'm like,
you don't care.
I'm like, I have to go with you all. Damn it! Like I can't just stay here. Damn it!
You're like, I really have a couple of things I need to take
I'm like
of.
this. I was like, man,
I've got some washcloth and socks that I need to make stiff. I've got things to do.
I have a blanket that I need to crack in half. Like I got shit going on here.
But
do I have to go?
Fine, I'll see Rock of Ages for the 7th time.
Fine, because and a little backstory to that. She said, "No, I'm not leaving you by yourself." Ever since you tried to cook bacon and almost burned the fucking house down.
Fast forward to 2021. Louder Than Life.
Almost did it again.
Almost did it again. 2 adults.
But at this time, this was 2012, so I can't remember how old I was. Maybe 13. I got the pan.
Hell yes.
Full of bacon grease.
Yeah.
And poured it into a measuring cup.
The bacon grease? I bet it cracked that bitch.
Bitch, melted the bottom of it. Melted the bottom of it.
Hell yeah.
And it was over the stove.
Ooh.
So it went, shout. Smoke filled the house.
Yes.
A couple of fire alarms went off.
Beautiful.
It was fire. It was fire. But no.
Shout out bacon grease.
Shout out bacon grease. Mom was like, I ain't leaving you alone at the fucking house.
I'm not leaving you alone ever.
I was like, but Mom, I'm not trying to cook bacon. I'm trying to cook Tyson Anytizers. Like,
duh.
Like, I just want some buffalo wings.
Yeah.
She said, bitch, you're eating popcorn.
Never again.
I said, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went. We came back. We were just shooting the shit, talking about movies, shit like that. Yada, what we'd seen.
He was putting his best foot forward.
Oh.
He was.
And it wasn't the surgery foot either.
No, he was putting the foot forward that's a lie.
Total lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, fast forward to the end of this.
Okay.
I was like, hey, I kind of like that guy. He was kind of cool. Whatever. Mom's like, well, I'm glad you do. Bam. Ring.
Shut up.
Swear to God.
So they had already went to Las Vegas when you said that?
No.
Oh.
This was before
okay.
Vegas.
Okay. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker was huge.
I don't remember what the ring looked like.
Huge.
Okay.
I went huge.
Okay. My biggest memory of this whole relationship is when they went to Missouri.
I was there.
On spring break.
I was there.
And I had to keep
Snoopy.
R.I.P. Buster. Buster hated that dog. And I have so many pictures of Buster trying to take that dog's face off.
And Snoopy, I can't remember what he was, but he had this huge underbite.
He did, and he was like a fluffy white with some gray and black tones in him.
He was a cute dog.
He was a really cute dog. And I just remember her giving me updates on the trip, asking about the dog, and I knew she was miserable. I knew there was a lot going on.
It was bad.
It was bad, and then when
it was really
came
bad.
back, that was it.
So you're
I know, but that's
you're
the
fast
only
forwarded too far.
That's the only thing I remember about that. Really.
So they go to Vegas, get hitched.
Yes.
We move into his house.
Yeah.
I move up into this like little attic space.
That's a little bit
over the garage.
That age, that little.
Oh, I was thrilled.
Fire, yeah.
I was thrilled. Loved it.
He couldn't come up the steps though.
He couldn't come up the steps, and I loved that.
I bet.
I loved that. So later on, he had to have surgery on his foot for something. I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember either.
But he had one of those knee scooters. You put your knee on it and you kick to get yourself going. Me and my friends, I had friends over one time.
Okay.
Once
the whole time you were there?
Once the whole time. For my birthday, I think.
All right.
Those bitches called it the scooter of death. I shit you not.
Okay.
Because all he would do was kick and bitch.
While he's on the scooter?
While he was on the scooter. And bitch and whine and scream about shit.
When I was over there, I only ever saw him sit in the recliner. Mm-hmm. That rocker recliner he had.
Yeah.
That was over by the back wall.
Yeah. Where he used to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
He'd smoke cigarettes in that bitch.
Yeah.
And mind you, this was a nice house.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very nice house.
Yeah.
And he would smoke in the house. And the ceiling was yellow over that chair from where he smoked.
When I was there the last time, I was more pressed on other issues than the color of the ceiling. So, but I don't want to jump ahead.
No, we're not going to jump ahead because he was, but he got violent at times.
I'm sure.
He got drunk and he got violent.
Yeah.
And I was never there when he got violent, apparently.
Thank goodness.
Because let me tell you why, thank goodness.
Okay.
Because this would be an episode of Snapped. I'm not kidding.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
because he
was a big dude.
He was a big dude.
Not only was he tall, he was big.
I mean, we're talking 450.
He was intimidating.
At least.
Yeah. He was intimidating. The only thing that wasn't intimidating about him is he dressed like an accountant at all times.
All times.
It's not what I'm looking for.
But he was a con man.
Well, that's why he's dressed like an accountant.
He was a con man, yeah. But, so, turns out, he had this Louisville Slugger bat. I mean, the real deal.
I didn't know he had.
The real deal.
I didn't know he had a bat. Okay.
Right in front of the TV in the living room.
Oh, okay. Like above the TV?
No, right in front of it.
Okay. Just
sitting there.
That way you, Snoopy, anybody should know.
Bitch had that bat.
I got this Louisville Slugger. Okay.
You don't know how many times I daydreamed of beating that motherfucker with that bat.
With the Louisville Slugger. Yeah.
No clue.
Trauma's real.
And let me tell you.
It'll make you do crazy things.
If I had known half of the shit was going on.
Sure. You would have.
I would have went to juvie.
Field of Dreams.
I would have went to juvie.
Yeah.
For like first degree.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like.
We fucked up his wall. Payback. We fucked
up his wall.
Yeah.
But no, so fast forward to the Missouri trip.
Yes.
Did we go to the Ozarks?
You did. Yeah.
See, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, you did, because that's why I had Snoop-a-loop.
So we stayed at this place, and I was like, he said we were either going to go here or we were going to go on like a Disney or Carnival cruise. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, let's go on the cruise. You know, let's do this. I'd never been on a cruise. Still haven't been on a cruise.
I've been on a cruise, but.
And I was like, let's do that. Bitch had a coupon or something.
He had a Groupon.
He had a Groupon.
Had a Groupon
for Ozarks.
Yeah.
And I'm like.
Yeah. Was it Branson? I think it was Branson.
It was Branson, yeah.
I've been to Branson too. It's the Smokies of the
West. Or the Midwest.
It is, yeah.
The only good thing about it was we went to that restaurant, Lambert's.
Oh, bitch, yes!
Where they throw the rolls at you.
Oh, my God, that food is so good. I ate in Branson there
and
in Alabama at Gulf Shores.
The only thing that was good about that trip.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
But we were in this little cabin type thing, and him and Mom were just screaming at each other the whole time. The whole time.
Yeah.
He's like, you fucking bitch.
It's not funny.
It's not funny, but then this is a depressing episode. But
to bring it down.
But we came back. Mom dropped me off to my grandparents.
Yes.
She was like, this is over.
I can kind of pick that story up for you.
Less than a year.
Yes.
After they were married. It was like what? 7 months? Maybe 8?
This was in like March or April. And they
married in like July.
August, I think.
August, yeah.
It was, yeah. I don't remember how yes, I do. Yeah. It was a Thursday night. The only plan I had was I wanted to go to Dairy Queen. To give me a little treat. I'll never forget this. She calls me. She's like, get your ass over here. I'm moving out. And I'm like, can we go to Dairy Queen? Because I had plans. So I go over, start moving her shit out, putting it in my car. He's there. He's sitting in the recliner rocker chair the entire time and watched us. Him and her were fighting back and forth, and I'm just packing boxes out.
Yeah.
No, but it was just me and her. Nobody else showed up, I don't think. Oh, no. Yeah, my ex and his brother showed up, I think, maybe to help take a load or two. We were moving something out of your bedroom upstairs and fucked his wall up.
And Mom was like, fuck it!
Yeah, we're like, he can't climb the stairs. It doesn't matter. He'll never see this.
Oh, because something I forgot to mention, he had that scooter of death, but his like whole foot and ankle was fucked.
Yeah.
He had like a big cast and a booty and everything on.
Yeah. So we were like, there's a huge hole in the wall indention thing. Fine, fuck it. He's never going to see it. It'll be fine. We take all that stuff home. And in case you're wanting to know, yeah, I did go to Dairy Queen at the end of the night. I did. Went to Dairy Queen.
Got your Blizzard, bitch.
I got my Blizzard. Your mom stayed on a bunk bed in the house. And then she bought a new car like a day or two later and moved out to Strawberry. Do you remember that house she lived in? Yeah.
That was Strawberry, that little one in the woods, right?
Yeah, it was a really cute little house. But while I stored all her shit in my garage, a storm came through and knocked a basketball goal on my car. Dented the roof of my car. Don't matter. I still traded it in with that dent. Fuck it. I did. Actually, I traded that car in after we came back from Florida and the transmission was blowing. I wheeled that hunk of shit Altima up to Kia and traded it for a brand new hunk of shit. So they were probably like, joke's on you. You think you're trading in this dented Nissan Altima? We're giving you a new Kia that's a piece of shit. So it evened out.
It did even out.
It evened out. They had a bad transmission and a hood dent.
Yeah.
They were like, fine, we're going to give you this new car. It's a piece of shit. Yeah. It all worked out.
It all did work out. And then he ended up getting karma. Some shit happened to him after all this. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it turns out he married another woman who was my choir teacher's cousin. Did I ever tell you about this?
I don't think I remember this.
And I was talking to my choir teacher about it one time.
Okay.
And she went, "Oh my God. Bitch married my cousin who has kids." Okay. She had like 2 or 3 kids.
The next time, the one thing I do remember is that this all happened with your mom and him. Fast forward to my first year at Bourbon and Beyond. He was there multiple rows behind.
He was, and I forgot about that.
That's the only thing I remember about him after all this.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz fell on stage, and we were like, holy shit, fat motherfuckers 4 rows behind. Do you remember that?
You remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
But let me tell you something. He was so fat that if he fell instead of Lenny Kravitz, it would be the Grand Canyon in Louisville.
It would have. No, it would have. I just wonder.
It would have shaken the entire place.
That year, it rained the whole time we were there. So I wonder how he got in and out with his issues.
Did he put that scooter in 4-wheel drive?
Did he put it in 4-wheel drive in mud out of that place? Because it was dangerous for just two walking feet in there.
Let alone 1.5.
I destroyed a pair of Chucks, and your mom brought them back to life. She cleaned them. Still have them.
Fire.
Yeah, still to this day.
And I was trying to think too, like, I totally forgot about that.
Yes, because we were unsure. This is how good our detective skills are. We were so unsure that it was him, or so shocked. You went on to his Instagram account.
I forgot about that.
And found where he took a shot multiple rows behind us.
Of Lenny Kravitz.
Yes.
Because he was a huge John Mayer fan.
Yes, and John Mayer was there in his bathrobe.
John Mayer was there that year. He was after Lenny Kravitz.
Yes. He was the closer, and he should have been 4 or 5 o'clock the afternoon.
So I was talking to my choir teacher, and I'm like, like talking about him, and she was like, my cousin is married to him. Mm-hmm. She has kids. The kids won't go to his house. Because they are so scared of him.
He was.
They will not go over to his house. But I will say, and something I forgot to mention, one time he was at my band competition.
Okay.
You remember this?
No.
And Mom thought he was having a stroke.
No, I definitely
swear to God, because his sugar got low or something.
Yeah.
And he was like in the car. Kid you not? Because I remember at that band competition being like, where the fuck is Mom?
Yeah.
And my granny came up and was like, your mom had to go to the hospital. something about fat motherfucker.
She took him to the hospital?
Fuck yeah, she did. That's where she found out he was like on psych meds. Do you remember that?
No.
Yes. And the doctor was like, so I see you're on...
Yeah.
And Mom was like...
Say what?
What? What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like this in the bed.
It's like I've got Bell's palsy.
He's like, I got Bell's palsy over here. But yeah.
I forgot about all that.
They obviously didn't fucking work.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Because he has always been, and he got in a wreck and a lot of shit. Yeah.
Okay, I'm forgetting all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say too much because
right.
I don't want him to find this video and be like, lawsuit.
We're not trying to get sued.
But we're not saying his name either.
Well, no, but that's why we're not going to talk about all the other.
Exactly.
Yeah, all the other.
We didn't mention names.
No. His name's Fat Motherfucker.
His name is Fat Motherfucker.
I don't know if I told you this, but one time when I was looking for a place to rent, I did tell you his name was on the listing on like one of those
he owned the building.
Yes, yeah. It was a duplex, and I was like, pass.
Oh,
not even looking into it.
Oh, speaking of which, an old friend of ours, ended up buying the house that he lived in.
Okay. Oh, yes.
And she called Mom and was like, come over to this house. And Mom was like, that address sounds really familiar.
Uh-huh.
Bitch pulled up and it was Fat Motherfucker's old house, the one that we lived in.
There's a den upstairs on the walls. There's a den upstairs.
She said, by the way, did they take a couple grand off for that den?
Yeah, they should if they didn't.
And she said, you better call those motherfuckers back and tell them to take a couple grand off that.
Fire. But it was a cute house.
It's a gorgeous house.
It was.
And our old friend really did a fantastic job
decorating
with that house.
Okay. Nice.
Shout out, old friend.
Shout out.
Haven't talked to her in a long time, but
shout out, old friend and Fat Motherfucker.
Oh, wouldn't go that far, but
I mean, you never know.
Fuck that son of a bitch.
Well, yeah, but
anyway,
shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
From the toilet to your ears, this has been the We're Not Potty Trained podcast. I'm Corey Isaac.
I'm Brandy Walters.
And this is the We're Not Potty Trained podcast. We'll see you later.
Cut.